Question, please.
Mike, can you talk a little bit about the toughness you guys showed the whole way through?
I mean, tonight was another team effort. Thought everybody that played helped gut this game out. That team plays hard, man, and we couldn't really get nothing going down the stretch from an offensive standpoint in terms of movement. We became stagnant, and somehow I got to help us when we get in that rut. But our defense was solid, and we just kept grinding, and we got stops when we needed it. We could have done better on the boards because we were off on that area. We knew coming into the game, rebounding and not turning it over against their pressure will allow us to stay in the game or win the game. And I thought we did a pretty good job in that area.
Mike, it was a back alley brawl of a game, and I mean that as a compliment to Rutgers and the way they play. What does it say about your team that you were able to mostly survive, but at times kind of play that style and do some things yourselves?
Well, again, we hadn't beaten this team in some years, and they kind of have had our number over the years, and you start looking over your shoulder a little bit when I think they cut the lead to 3 or even one, I think, and we made 2 free throws to extend it, and then we started to make plays. But again, our team I'm proud of this team, man, because there's no quitting. They grind, they try to do whatever it takes to win, and tonight we did that.
Mike, Miller had 18 tonight, had 21 against Rutgers in their first matchup. I guess, is there any rhyme or reason you think he's played well against Rutgers in these 2 games, or what did you see from his confidence level tonight?
Well, again, he got good looks, and they didn't get to him a lot of times in the zone. When the ball was swung around, he was getting good looks, and he knocked him down. He made him pay for it. And most teams that we play don't give him very many good looks like that. And but he was able to knock him down. But not just scoring the 18 points. Hell, he was pretty good defensively too tonight. He really did a lot of good things defensively for us.
Jeff.
Yeah, Coach. Trace Jackson-Davis, first player in IU history, 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Your thoughts on just the significance of an accomplishment like that?
It's unbelievable. All I can say is unbelievable. This young man has done a lot since he's been here wearing this uniform. I couldn't be more prouder of a player. He's a phenomenal player. It's beautiful to watch, man. He does a lot of wonderful things on the floor, man. And to be able to score 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds, man, that says a lot.
Mike, on the topic of Trace, he had a kind of tougher game the first time he played. Rutgers better than. Is there anything you can point to as the difference, whether it's Rutgers or him, how he was playing?
No, I just thought tonight, they doubled him at Rutgers. We just didn't make plays around him. We threw the ball all over the gym, and we didn't rebound well with him. And there's a lot of things you can point to. But tonight, I thought we were just solid. And offensively, we made shots when we had to make them, and that was the difference in the ball game.
Mike.
Coach, is it hard on Miller when he goes game after game and everybody plays him tight, he doesn't get any looks? And what does it say about him that when he does get space, he's ready to knock down shots?
Hey, that's basketball. I wouldn't leave him either. And when he gets looks, pretty much this year he's knocked them down. And tonight he had his looks, had a lot of good looks, and he was able to make them.
Coach, Miller has talked about basically how he knows that not everyone on the team needs to take a ton of shots, and speaking about him, that he doesn't need to take a ton of shots to impact the game. I guess, how have you just kind of seen him embrace his role and kind of fit in, like, specifically to what you guys need?
Well, again, when you look at our roster and from a stat standpoint, and you go down from a scoring standpoint, we got a lot of guys that are averaging about 7, 8, 9 points a game. And for me, I think that's good for our ball club, where, you just can't load up on one guy. We know Trace is the guy, but, we got guys around them that are able to make shots, and that was the whole thing coming into this season, and the work that we put in this summer and shooting a lot. And Miller doesn't get a lot of shots, but he's sufficient. He makes shots when he has to make them, and that's huge for a team when you're trying to win.
Okay, Brad, then Jim, then Dana.
Coach Trey Galloway continues to make an impact at both ends of the court. How has he grown in his role since moving to the starting lineup for you here in the past 3 weeks?
Well, again, Trey is a guy that I love him because he plays hard. He accepts coaching. When I challenge him, it's not a lot of barking back. He just plays. And, I love everything about him because he plays hard. He does all the things that most people at that position or players at that position don't want to do, but we just got to continue to grow. He's got to grow, continue to grow with us and continue to do the things that's helped us get to this point.
Jim.
Mike, you mentioned the offense getting a little stagnant. Other than that, a great solid night. 10 assists in the first half. They did limit you to 5 in the second half. What did you see offensively differently that the guys were doing differently? Obviously, Rutgers gets some credit for the defense, but what was Indiana not doing properly to respond to that?
Well, body movement, setting good screens, ball movement. We became very lethargic, man, and against good teams that really defend, you can't do that because it's a struggle to score the basketball. And I thought we free-flowed the first half, but the second, we looked tired tonight, and I'm not using that as an excuse. We just didn't have any pop coming down the stretch, and I got to get us over the hump when I see that happening. We got to figure out something, and I got to help them do that.
Okay, last question, Dana.
Considering the emotional win that you had against Purdue, to grind it out against Rutgers is a difficult turn. The emotional maturity of this team, considering what you guys went through in January, where is it as you kind of head towards March, do you think?
No, I think it's at its all-time high. I mean, we've done some things in this last 8 games. I think we're 7-1 in our last 8. Where guys, they just believe now, and that's a big part of winning. When we lost those 3 in a row, man, we were all searching, and me being the head of the snake as the coach, I'm searching, and I know what the hell was going on, and what we weren't doing, and now we're back doing those things, and that's what makes winning fun.
All right, Coach, thank you.